Liftoff of mission 41D, first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Hey, what's going on, you guys? How are we doing today? Welcome to Health or High Water podcast. What is going on, Tripp? Dog.
So just a little preface. Bret and I have been so busy. We're a little pootered out, but we're super happy to talk to you guys, man. We got a cool announcement. We got 2 new countries that downloaded.
Go ahead.
I was hoping for like a drum roll or something. Jeez.
What did you say? We're pootered out?
All right, like you.
I didn't know what you
just
said.
hate my southern lingo.
No, I didn't know what you. Is that
is
that a southern thing?
We're all pootered out.
Oh, so I'm so sorry. I had to figure that out. Go ahead.
No.
I've never heard that one. That's a good one.
Well, but
I'm gonna use that.
So welcome Hungary and Bangladesh to the fold. Thank you guys for your downloads.
Hungary.
Hungary.
Thank you for your downloads. How are we doing on downloads? Good.
You're doing crazy. All thanks to you guys for liking, subscribing. Make sure you guys are sharing. You guys have been killing with the rating button. We've been getting 5-star ratings all over Spotify. Thank you guys so much for that. We appreciate it. We got some really cool new speakers coming on here over these next few weeks, especially this summer season. So let's keep it going. Actually, I don't know if you guys knew this, but it's actually Dementia and Alzheimer's Awareness Month this month. Unfortunately, my mom does suffer dementia herself, but we have an amazing speaker coming on. Amelia from Ascent Living Senior Living is going to come on Monday. The episode will air Friday. And talk about her experience with dementia, Alzheimer's, and what we're doing to try to either prevent or help people that are currently diagnosed with those issues. So make sure you guys are watching out for Friday. It's going to be pretty important. That Friday episode is going to be pretty important. If you guys are suffering from any of those kind of issues, make sure you guys reach out to us or people like Amelia to get some help there.
When is she coming on?
So we record the episode on Monday, but it will not air until Friday early morning Eastern time.
Let's go. Amelia does. Could you talk a little bit? She does these dementia and Alzheimer's, not speeches. Lectures. She does them all the time through Ascent Living Communities. Right. And you attended the last one. It was awesome, right?
It was really great. And like one thing I do like about these lectures have been free to anyone coming out is understanding things like what is memory care and what does costs look like and what does signs of dementia look like, because a lot of people don't know the signs or mistreat the signs as UTIs and those kind of things. So like going in and just like learning what these warning signs, I don't know. It's just a really great learning experience if you have any questions about what's going on with loved ones and that might be deteriorating.
Yeah, it's good to have that resource. When let's say you think you're a parent or a loved one, someone may be diagnosed with Alzheimer's or dementia, to have resources to reach out to immediately, whether it be for care or whether it be just for educational purposes. It's nice to go to those. And where can they find these if somebody wants to hear more? I know a lot of our listeners aren't in Denver.
Yeah, that's the hard part. So this is mostly for Denver-based communities. If you guys are looking for national, international links to resources, please reach out to Bret or I at ascentperformancetraining.com. Reach out our contact page, and we'll more than happy to send you some resources and information that we've collected. But you guys can find them through their website, Ascent Living Communities. You guys can also find them through LinkedIn, social media, on Facebook. They post all their events, community-based. I think the last one I was at Rosemark at Mayfair Park. I'm not sure if they're all at Rosemark.
I think she does them at a lot of the communities.
That's what I was thinking too. So I'm not sure about the locations, but they do, I think, at least once a month, and they've been going really well. And they do different aspects of dementia too, like I said, cost, signs.
So tell me a little bit about. Let's dive just one more step or one more layer into Alzheimer's and dementia. You work a lot with people who have Alzheimer's and dementia. What's something big? How do you're doing a lot of physical things with them when in your exercise classes. You're in a lot of different memory care units where you're working directly hand in hand with the staff. whether you're doing the music portion of it or you're doing the fitness portion of it, like what's something you've personally noticed over the last year now that you've done this every single day? Is there anything that stands out for you of how to best work with somebody who's in maybe mid stages or late stages, or like how do you any tips you can give or things you can wisdom?
That's 100%. That's a great question. And just coming from someone who was frustrated with not knowing with my mom, like what to look out for and what to do. One of the things is we're so used to, I would say, over-expressionism in today's life. Like you were getting bombarded with likes and loves and all these different things, and people being hyper-expressive. And then when our loved ones with dementia or Alzheimer's don't have those same facial expression or those same expressions back. Like we're used to, like, hey mom, how's it going? Oh, hey sweetheart, how's it going? Well, you don't have those same reactions back. It's not only it kills your soul, but it's hard to communicate back because you don't know what to say because you feel like your loved ones just don't have anything left. But in actuality, it's about transitioning your perspective of communication into micro expressions with your loved ones, right? So a really big difference between your and I's assisted living versus memory care classes is the assisted living is a little more vibrant, right? A little tiny more vibrant with those kind of things. And then when you look at memory care, they're a little less expressive, but you could see it in their eyes. You could see it in their face. So like when you are working with these people is look at their eyes and their face about these micro expressions. They're giving you a lot more than you think they are, right? So when you're working with them, look at those because that helps you communicate a lot better with them, right? Communicating like, hey, listen, we're doing boxing class. Like, hey, good job. You need to look at them right in their eyes. Mm-hmm. You have to look right in their eyes. You have to make sure their attention's towards you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice. That's a good one. Well, what do we got on the docket for today?
Oh man, I'm actually excited. You and I haven't done a dual podcast in a while. I'm kind of excited about this, man.
We have not. It's been a few months, you guys. Tripp and I have had guest after guest on that has been fantastic and fun, and the podcast is growing. I think we're at episode 100 and whatever, 12, 15, somewhere around there.
20.
And yeah, somewhere in the hundreds, and it's been fantastic. We've had a long time since you and I have just done a podcast, hanging out, talking about what we're doing, talking about some of the happenings that have been going on. So what are we diving into today?
Oh my gosh, man. So we're getting into first things first. We're diving into this amazing baseball camp you got going on, teaching the kids the love of the sport, as well as the loved ones involved with that, the parents. Talking a little bit about live music and these boxing classes we got going on, our senior programs that have been launched. We're also talking about our relaunch of our genetic testing program, as well as we're ending with some new communities that are joining the fold for Ascend.
Heck yeah, let's go.
So, man, getting right into baseball. Baseball is right in the thick of, the season of pro. We're seeing the Rockies have a kind of a little bit of a stellar comeback. I love seeing Denver News being hype on baseball. You're doing a kids camp. A lot of people know your background about baseball. Maybe give a slight background about your baseball experience, what you're doing with these camps, and what your experience has been the past 2 weeks being in the sun.
Yeah, it's hot. It's very hot.
I like totals.
It's been very hot outside. It's going to be 99 degrees out for our final day of the camp tomorrow. Our age range is 8, or somewhere around 8 to about 13. It's been great. Have about 40 kids. I had a camp last week, a camp this week through Legends Baseball Academy. They're over on Valencia, which is in Aurora, or it might be Denver. And they do a great job. Mike Lutz and Dylan Lutz are the owners. They put on fantastic camps. They're kind of the top-notch guys in this area. There's some other places, but I love what they do. And we're doing a camp, skills camp, teaching fundamentals to kids, doing, everything you can think of fundamental-wise for baseball. And it's been fun. It's been enjoyable. And it's been hot.
It's been hot. I was on FaceTime with Bret yesterday, and the poor guy looked like he just got done swimming.
Oh yeah.
Poor guy was coming. I was like coming off the nose, like on the screen. I was like,
God,
poor dude.
Skin was on fire.
So like you say fundamentals with baseball and those kind of things. you're probably teaching kids more than just the fundamentals. Is there like a little community aspect with these camps? Like, is there like memories that you keep on, like see a kid a few like months later, be like, hey, do you remember that time you hit that homer and at camp? Is there's got to be some kind of community building you guys have there too, right?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. There's community for sure. Yeah, I mean, there's like I met a kid the other day who's like, I think when he was mid-20s, 23, 24, and he's like, yeah, I've been coming to Legends since I was 8, and so he was working now for Legends 13 years later. And that's a pretty common story you hear. Some of the kids are going to big colleges and moving on in life that have gone through Legends, and yeah, you definitely as a coach get to experience that where you're seeing kids start from a very early age and then take the lessons they're learning and take it on, whether it be in baseball or life, and know you're making an impact, and that's the stuff that makes you feel really good. You're like, okay, I feel like we're doing something important or helpful, meaningful. So yeah, definitely a lot of those stories.
And as a coach, especially with kids, again, I'm kind of limited myself with knowledge of teaching kids, especially athletics. There's got to be a lot of teaching the parents too, right? I mean, right? I know we want to talk a little about the parents, those kind of things.
I love the parents.
Now I want to start off with what's one of the things you see parents doing wrong the most. To their kids from a coaching standpoint,
Okay.
right? Athletically,
Love it.
and then what's one thing that you really love seeing right now that parents are doing for their kids? So we'll start off kind of like in a way they can get better, and then let's hear what good things they're doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to start with the last one because that's what I see most of is what they're doing right. So many of the parents that I see their kids are in several activities and they're doing a lot of things and they're being pushed and encouraged in the right ways. They're not. I see a ton of like really good positive stuff from what the kids are doing activity-wise and keeping them busy and encouraging them. So that's the majority of what I see is just getting them involved. The camps, different skills camps, they're in different teams, they're on travel teams. It's good to keep them busy. And as long as they're loving it, fantastic. You're not always going to love every second of it, but I'm hearing so many positive things. As far as what they're not doing right, I don't see so much of that, honestly. I really don't. I think I see so much of the good side, but you can fall into the trap of being too hard on your kids. But I don't see much of that, honestly. I see so many good things and so many great conversations. I really can't see. I haven't seen too much of that on my end.
Well, I absolutely love that because I mean, like, it's kind of like, especially when we were kids, nutrition was like lacking for some people and those kind of things, and seeing a kid with a pixie stick instead of like a kid with an apple, and like it's good to see that like things are like changing in the right way for athletics, because it wasn't that long you and I had Lance on the podcast, and we're talking about post-COVID with athletics and kids like still not getting things together. So it's good to hear like things are like, it sounds like a rebound kind of.
Dude, so the nutrition piece, actually, I'm super glad you brought that up. That's huge. I'm not a parent, and in no way am I ever going to pretend to know what it's like to raise a kid or ever talk to a parent. However, having said that, I think the nutrition piece is huge. Starting the kids early on with, and it's so hard to be as busy as you are and then try to be cooking regular meals all day. It's almost feels impossible, right? But I think a big thing for this podcast and just over the airwaves today is find a way to incorporate healthy nutrition, healthy snacks into your kid's life in some form of a regular basis. Just for whole foods. You don't have to get super specific. Whole grain foods, rice, noodles, meats, just regular stuff the other day. And I think people are doing a decent job of that. But you're right, the sugar, we should keep the sugar epidemic in the front of our view. Because that's something, like you said, that isn't talked about a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, how do we? And who was it on the podcast?
Was it Lynn last week?
Yeah, Lynn Suster. Lynn, I'm so sorry.
Suster.
Oh my God, I was so close to nailing that. Suster. I hope she laughs at this. And Lynn from Envision Sports Fuel.
Shout out.
You should check her out. But that was what she was talking about too. Is about the whole episode was about food and why that's important. So quickly, I want to go through. We're going to take a very short commercial break. Have you ever faced an overwhelming task of finding the right senior living community for yourself or a loved one? With so many different options, care levels, and prices, you really want a trusted expert in your corner. That's where Above and Beyond Senior Living comes in. Colorado's only senior placement team with hands-on administrative experience in assisted living, memory care, and skilled nursing communities. Their team has over 75 years of combined experience helping thousands of seniors thrive. The best part? Their service comes at no cost to you. That's right, they're fully compensated by the communities they partner with. So whether you're just starting the process or urgently need support, visit aboveandbeyondseniorliving.com or call Cory and his team directly. Above and Beyond Senior Living, helping you find peace of mind. And back.
Absolutely love it, man. Absolutely love it.
Shout out to Cory. Great,
man.
fantastic guy.
He's another great resource for senior care, right?
Yeah, another great resource for sure. But yeah, the nutrition piece to answer your question is huge. So thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, well, and I don't think it's like you said, like raising kids is hard and those kind of things. I also don't think it's exactly the parents' fault either with companies and brands trying to promote products that seem healthy but aren't. And they're like they're baking boxes that are green and they say no sugar, but in the back they say they actually have aspartame in them. And like, I think there are a lot of things that people think that are really healthy, but they're just not.
Yeah. Personal opinion, I think it's all about a moderation game, right?
Yeah.
I don't think sugar's a demon unless you're not moderating it, unless you're abusing it. And just like anything, I feel personally. So if you're having Gatorade that has a lot of sugar in it while you're outside in the sun, sweating, running around, I really see zero problem in that. If you're at home on the couch and you're popping a Diet Coke, I see a huge problem in that. So personal opinion on that.
Two totally different environments.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, getting into taking care of ourselves better, nutrition for the mind and soul. Let's talk about some music, man. You've been playing shows quite literally all over the country here the past few months, and we've been adding that into our boxing classes that's been kind of blowing up. We've been on the, if you guys haven't checked, you guys in the copy here, Bret and I were actually on the news a few months ago because we really have a mission about changing minds, hearts, and bodies through just through taking better care of ourselves. And music has been such a big portion of that, man. So tell us a little about you playing some shows in the area and how that's kind of pertaining to this explosion in our boxing class.
I mean, where do I tackle that, right? Like, where do I start? You've been playing too, by the way. You've been playing a lot of music too, which is super cool.
Thank you, man. I haven't played since college, so it's been a little bit weird
You've been
knocking
playing
the
a lot,
cobwebs
though.
off.
I see your videos; they sound good.
Well, thank you.
I shared it on my story. I was like, "This is cool."
Thank you, man.
Yeah. I mean,
We'll start with your live shows, because that's been a pretty big thing, man. You've been like traveling all over. You're getting shout to some of the musicians you've been working with.
Yep. Traveling to Wisconsin, playing some shows a couple of times last few months. I still have companies and stuff that I've played for the last 10 years or so that I'll go back to Wisconsin for. Got some shows here that are coming up, some private, some public. Music's a huge part of my life. I think it's a huge part of just growing in general. I think everybody should be involved in music, whether it be listening or creating or something to do with music. And, as you know, we've added it to our boxing class, which is crazy. Live music and boxing. It's kind of funny to say that.
Who would have thunk?
Who would have thunk? And, it's kind of taken off. And I think that's just a testament to people want to have music in their life, especially live music. I mean, live music's a whole different avenue. So, yeah, it's been fantastic. It's been great to practice it. It's been great to push myself. I got a show coming up tomorrow at the Officers Club in Lowry. I got a show up in the Flatirons this upcoming Tuesday with a bank that's having a grand opening. What's the bank called? I can't even think of it right now. That's the scrambled eggs brain right now. And then
I'm starving.
Yeah. And then a show on Wednesday at the Marjorie Park Fiddler's Green Bluegrass Festival where Nashville musician, her name's Lockwood Barr. She's coming in and we're going to play a show together opening up for a bigger band on Wednesday at 6 p.m. So yeah, music's a big part, man. At the end of a long day, you still got to find time to practice and
Yeah.
put the metronome on and go, all right, let me get into the groove. So I love it. It's fantastic. And yeah, I'm looking forward to a lot more shows.
Some of those classes have a whole different dimension to them. It's cool. It's been fun to watch as well as try to keep up with your playing, and ability to do what you do, man. It's absolutely crazy. Yeah, but speaking of being on the news here, the reason we were really on the news to begin with was Bret and I have been doing not just health and wellness for our entire careers, but like we said, we've been trying to change the way we do things into more of a preventive manner. We're getting into a whole different section of health and wellness called preventive care. Now, if you guys don't know exactly what preventive care is, please look it up, because really it's the future of taking care of ourselves in a better way. Bret and I came up with these senior programs to enhance all these communities that want a health wellness forward idea of what their community is. And a lot of people are asking for health and wellness as one of the first things that their loved ones need transitioning into these communities. That's Bret and I talk about this all the time. If God forbid one of our loved ones needed to ever have to go to some place like that, that's the first thing we're going to ask is, what does your health and wellness programs look like? What do your classes look like? What do your teachers look like? How are you going to take care of my loved one? Because health and wellness has a direct correlation with how we take care of ourselves, as well as the quality of life we have, right? So these senior programs have been really big, a really big deal here. We're getting into communities' personal training. We're teaching lectures, upping nutrition, trying to add, like what Bret was talking about, music to boxing classes. We're trying to make a more immersive experience in these communities, as well as increase the quality of life. Post being on the news, working these programs in. I mean, you can see the difference. I can see the difference in people when we walk into communities, and they're excited about working out like I haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Bringing these programs in. So, if you guys are looking to up what you guys are doing at your communities, please reach out to us, because it's not gonna be that far away before one of us is in a community like that.
Hopefully not soon.
I know some of the communities we're in, I would move tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. Touche.
But yeah, speaking of preventive care, we're also getting back into our genetic tests. Starting up a small business is hard. We've got to figure out revenue streams. We got to take care of each other here, and we're getting back into the genetics. If you guys don't know what that is, we're able to use genetic testing to figure out wellness programs. So we figure out your workouts, your supplementation, nutrition, cancer risk, ancestry, everything based off your DNA. If you guys are interested you guys can check out geneplanet.com. Check on the premium test and input code APT. That's code APT for 30% off the premium test. That should be around $350, very reasonable price. And we're trying to compete with people like 10X. We're charging $700 for just supplements. So go check out geneplanet.com. We got some great tests. But yeah, also we got some new communities coming up, right?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we're heading into. So we've increased classes at Golden. Shout out Golden Assisted Living. Golden Lodge is fantastic in Golden. That's been fun. So we're there twice a week now. We're going to be in Everly Central Park starting in July. So that's Everly Central Park, right next to Balfour Senior Living. And then looks like we'll be setting up an Hilltop Assisted Living and Memory Care, which we've been doing for a little bit, but we're going to make that a regular thing. So that's growing too. And yeah, this trip has been fun up to Longmont Balfour. Has been very fun. We're going up there today. That's been a great time, and they do a fantastic job up there. So it's really nice and amazing to see people kind of partnering together to be like, how can we really deliver the best results for the residents? With being with this music class or boxing or, like you said, senior programs or genetic testing, people coming together being like, how can we work together to facilitate the best program that supports, these health and wellness goals that we have for not only seniors, but just, general population or anybody.
No, that's very well said. All right, guys. I think that's about all the time we have for today. Like Bret said, we got to head up to another part of Denver here. It's kind of a bit of a hike, and I think both of us need a side of eggs and bacon before we head up there.
Oh, I could definitely use that.
See?
I want to say thanks so much, you guys. For the new listeners, thanks for joining. We got some exciting episodes coming up. We have Amanda Bertram from Kavod Senior Living, who, right?
Yeah, that'll air on Monday.
She's coming in on
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. We have her coming tomorrow. It's going to be an amazing podcast.
Pinnacle winner.
Yep. Check out Amanda Bertram. That's going to be airing on Monday. Huge podcast. She's an incredible resource and has won many awards for her service and senior community and other things. So that's coming up. We got some other episodes that are going to be fantastic for you that are coming up with other key members in the community that are doing stuff. We're going to dig in.
Yeah, we got a special guy coming up talking about food chain supply that I'm excited to talk about.
Okay. Food chain. All right.
Talking about where our food comes from.
I
And
love that.
I think that's really important considering I know we have only a few more months before these tariff prices start to hit. What is that going to be looking like with our bank accounts? What does a grocery store look like? I think it's going to be a very important episode for everyone to listen to. So,
yeah, and then for you guys, hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope you're chilling today. Life gets a little nuts and bananas around the summer. You're probably running kids around, or you're whatever you're doing. It's just probably guaranteed to be crazy. So hope you're having a great day. Hope you're crushing it. Yeah, maybe consider taking a day off every once in a while and do some self-care. Maybe get into the mountains, maybe play some video games, whatever it is.
He's like staring at me saying video games. Like we know Bret's going to the mountains, we know I'm sitting in front of a couch.
Whatever it is that is your, maybe go to Cancun. I don't know what, to each his own, right?
I'd love to go to Cancun. That'd be
That
dope.
sounds great. But whatever it is that you got to do to reset, hope you're taking that time for yourself. Thanks for joining us, and have a great rest of your day. We'll see you, I guess, on the next episode. It's going to be posted on Monday. So we'll see you then on Monday. Have a great weekend. Peace.